minute, ho, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's my identity. And wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency. And ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
Back again. What's good, YouTube? Guess who's busy? Y'all know the rest of the lyrics. Y'all can play them if you want to. How everybody feeling back again? It's Friday, man. Y'all done made it to the end of the week. Getting a full weekend of football, man. I was just looking over some of these, looking over some of the film, and I'm just like, bro, just looking at the quick replay and everything. It's just, bro, we left a lot of things up out of here, but Cowboys edition again, but y'all know where it's at. It's just the DFW sports fan just holding it down the best way he can, big time. But Cowboys edition, I told you we're coming in thick and thin. And since the all 22 been out, we're just going to go ahead and basically have the live stream watching everything, and certain plays that break down or certain good things we see, we just going to bring it to the eye and let it be happening. So before anything, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe one time. If you're on X, formerly known as Twitter, follow your boy at Drewski Self-Made, man. We talk a lot of DFW sports. The Rangers, I'll be talking about the Rangers coming here soon, but, they're in a big weekend. But next week it'll be, even more. They got a big 6-game streak, but we're here to talk about some Cowboys football. Football is finally in the air. Glad it's here. Man, let's go ahead and put on the tape and see what's really going on in here. And like I said, before we go over it, I just believe this was a team that, if your expectations was very low of them, it could be altered where you're like, okay, it's possible that if things go their way, it's possible they could be, plus 500 team. You know what I'm saying? But if not, you're still sitting there where they're like 8-7 wins, something like that. But Schottenheimer came out, bro. They looked like they had a game plan, like I've been mentioning time and time before. They looked like they knew what they were doing. They just didn't execute when it mattered the most. And with that, man, like I said, we're getting ready to watch the all 22. So if y'all want to jump in, chime in one time, man, it's a good place to jump in right now to get you, before y'all get the weekend on. I know it's another NFL game on today. It's going to be some good high school football on today as well. So it's one of those things, but we're about 36 subscribers away from the 3K. Trying to get up that way, man. Trying to get up in that algorithm. Trying to bring y'all some more Cowboys content along with Dallas-Fort Worth sports content as well. Just coming from a fan standpoint that, live in the area and just rep for all the teams that's in all sports in the whole area. So that's how this channel get down. Check out a lot of his videos, his vlogs being up at the game. But, man, got to get the all 22 out. This is something I plan to do all season. Basically, when the game come out, we'll go down to all 22, live stream it like it was, like we live streamed the game when it watched it, but it's just bringing up some more points and, just getting another look, another feel. So y'all chime in one time before y'all get y'all traffic on. It's the end of the weekend. Try to catch y'all before y'all really get on to the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? But here, man, Cowboys, they got a lot they can build off of. They really got more. They got more to be. I say after they look at the film, they're going to have more where they're like, let's get back and go to work, than to be like, I'm dreading to go to work. That was bad tape. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like that. They should look at this tape and say, nah, we got to get there. And we're going to get there. We just got to make some adjustments and just play fast, play hard. Oh, Lord. Let's go ahead and run it one time. So y'all chime in whenever. We'll just keep going. You know what I'm saying? We'll have it going, but you know, I can't play y'all the whole thing. You know how the copyright issue be. So I'm gonna be watching it. This is what I'll be looking at, and I'll just be talking about everything that's going on as long as the game is going, and then we'll just bring up some of the points that come along. So go ahead, check in one time. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and roll the clip, and we just gonna go ahead and run it. Just gonna go ahead and run it. Let's do it. Of course, the kickoff happened. It's Friday on them boys. Good return right there, Turpin. He did have a bobble that kind of, you got to look at it. He had a bobble on one of the kick returns, and that kind of mucked up field position. So, like you say, we focus on CD Lamb, but there was a lot of pieces that we shot ourselves in the foot in. First drive, here we go. Offensive line automatically moved them boys forward. Automatically moved them boys forward. Automatically moved them boys forward. Tyler Guyton was out there on his ish. You know, just to show what we all looking at. Good job, Cooper BB. Good job, Cooper BB. Good job, Cooper BB. Let's see it one time. Offensive line basically, bruh. Jalen Carter spit on that dude, bro. Whole offense came in. It's good to see Tyler Guyton back up in here. We see George Pickens can block, but I mean, BB locks in. All that gets locked in. And if Javonte Williams was a home run hitter, shoot, he could have got way more. That ain't what happened. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what happened. Good motion. Bring it to Turpin. I like that look. Bring him in motion. Go ahead and it just gives the defense something. And this is something we talked about before the season started. This is just something that gives you another look. It makes the defense have to look a little bit more. Again, got in shotgun. Motion again. Bring him back. I like the look. Get rid of it right to George Pickens. Gets basically the first passing play. You see Dak really standing in the pocket, standing tall, knowing where the ball supposed to go. You got Hunter Lupick back there. Like I said, Turpin and Hunter Lupick should be involved in this offense way much more. You just got more. You got more gadgets to play with. You can give the defense more things just to look at. All right, here we go. More motion. It looked like that Sean McVay. We always got a motion. Look, Dak, you see what it is. Everybody know what it is. Javonte Williams gets a good run right there. Offensive line did good. Let me see who's that. Is that Tyler Booker? No, bring him back in motion. We see his man-to-man. Oh, great catch right there. Who's that? Span Ford? That was a great job by the top. Boom! Great job by the tight end right there. That's great blocking right there. See, they can get big with the tight end set right there. Tyler Smith pushed forward. I'm trying to see everybody on the offensive line how they did, because they did drop somebody in the box, even though we recognized it. But great pickup by Tyler Span Ford right there. For real. For real. Hey, yo. They still go big. Play action. Throw it to CD Lamb to the outside, and he had just enough time. That was a perfect dart by Dak Prescott right there. And then CD, you doing all that celebrating. See, you did all that celebrating early, and then look what happened. Great wall. BB wasn't giving up nothing. Cooper BB wasn't giving up nothing. Cooper Beebe wasn't giving up nothing. So as you look, Schottenheimer came out and he used motion damn near every play. Every play that first drive. And Tyler Guyton did get beat on that play, but Dak felt the pocket just good enough to get rid of it. This is actually credit to Dak right here. This is big credit to Dak, how he felt the pocket and he felt what was coming. Nah, bro, you got to kind of give him his credit because Tyler Guyton did get beat on this one. You look at it, dude really came around the corner. Just Dak felt it and scooted up just good enough, was able to get rid of the ball. He got ran around and Dak just scoots up just good enough. That's Dak getting back on the money, man. That's Dak trying to get back on the money. Bro, he was really on par. Threw it to CD Lamb. Of course, they yank him and do everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yank him and do all that, so we get pass interference. So then after that, we're going to run the football in. We're going to get that touchdown. And you look at the tight end set, they got the two tight ends along with Hunter Lupick out there. So he's like an extra tight end with the fullback wild. And then you get Javonte Williams to really get easy yards up in there. I mean, without Jalen Carter in there, they got manhandled. Cooper, I'm telling you, Cooper Beebe, boy. I mean, just look at him on the touchdown run. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to have Hunter Lupick in there, he gives you an extra element to look at. But I mean, Cooper Beebe, bro, he's that man playing with a nasty streak, bro. So in this touchdown, he just snaps it, lines up, and moves his man. And with attitude as well. He was ready for it, bro. He had a lot of blocking like that. He had a lot of blocking that was like that. Proud to see the youngsters coming around, and that, bro, they got the offensive line, bro. Now it'll be different when we see Jalen Carter, you know what I'm saying, at a full strength. But hey, as they get ready to kick off, as my man Danny back up in here, what's going on? Back again, man. Back again. He said Miles Sanders, CD. You think Miles Sanders? I can agree with you on Miles Sanders, but CD Lamb, hold on, man. Big shout out to you. Hold on, man. He said they gotta go. I don't know about CD. Miles Sanders, though, I can do without. All right, now we on defense. And the first thing they do, and I said, bro, we got a chance if they come out and they go away from what they do best, which was running the football. If they come out here and try to drop back and pass, okay. That's exactly what they came and did. Dallas Goedert, we already knew what is going to be a hard, difficult situation. Try to get a good look at, see what we talked about with these linebackers. And I keep saying with, Jack Sanborn, you had him in the backfield. Saquon Barkley does what Saquon Barkley does, but damn, I mean, we got him in the backfield. But I think Sanborn not having the experience like that probably came up to wishing, but he's right there, able to make the play. But Saquon hits him with a, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with one of those. Ooh, but Kenny Clark, though. Kenny Clark did something, though. He made up for everything, though. He didn't give up the cutback lane that went off for a lot of yards, man. You're going to have to respect what Kenny Clark bringing to the table, bro. You're going to have to respect it. Play action. Jalen Hurts ain't looking to throw the football. I said all during the stream live when we were watching this game live, bro. He is not looking to throw the football. He ain't looking to throw it. He wants to run it. His numbers going to make it seem like he was very efficient and did what he had to do, but maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe he don't trust the play call, but he automatically running. Then you try to see how type of pass rush you get right here. And this is where, hey. But we're defending the pass. For me, oh, good job, Kenny Clark right there. Y'all saw Kenny Clark right there. Y'all see him right there. Push him all the way back. Ugh. That's Lane Johnson he pushed back like that. Hold on. Look at it one more time. Look at it one more time. That's Lane Johnson he putting on skates. Move. Get out my way. We had everything covered up. Just for some reason, it seemed like we weren't going to play, like we prepared like we didn't know Jalen Hurts will pull the ball down and run. That's kind of what it seemed like to me the first couple of drives. Then there you go. Saquon Barkley's basically biggest run of the game. We over pursue. They run the bunch formation over there. Okay, now they bring in motion, bring it back, make it bunch. They act that way and toss it out quick. Dante Fowler basically, he got lured in a little bit too much, and it was a great pitch, great play. He wasn't disciplined enough, which that kind of cost a lot of things in the game. Ew, good hit. And if Jalen Hurts is going to throw it, he's only going to throw it to his tight end, y'all. Because Gotta really helped him on this first drive. Jay Toa came in there and did not get moved. He came in there and did not get moved. What? He came in there, boy, and not got linebackers weren't there. Solomon Thomas in the game along with Jay Toa. They ran right at Damone Clark, and he just got ran through. To be real with you, he got ran through. He got ran through, sir. And I had hopes for Damone Clark. I really did. I had hopes for him. I thought he was going to be, you know what I'm saying? I thought Matt Eberflus was going to do something for him, but, it ain't there. It ain't there. It ain't there. At least not now. It's not there. At least not now. Great swing pass. This was a great play call right here. That was just a great play call. I think the defense was trying to be vanilla or whatnot like that, but at more than anything, before we get on the defense, sometimes you got to tip your hat to the coordinator knowing what to call at the right time, and this was just a great play call from them that really gave them momentum. Like I said, Jalen Hurts, you look at it, he had 2 passes to Goddard, and he had a pass out the backfield to Shipley, who he ended up dropping, you know what I'm saying? But you basically got those 2 right there, and that basically sprung them for their touchdown right there. Now, I don't know what the game plan was. How did we not prepare to say that the quarterback would run it? How? Amari Cooper, bro, he's retired, man. He retired, man. He retired. Him retired. Good stop right here. Now, Kenny Clark got put on his backside right there. But Jay Toa, give him and Solomon Thomas. Look, so this D-line is basically their goal line package they ran with Osa on the outside, Kenny Clark in the middle, along with Jay Toa, and then Solomon Thomas as their defensive line, basically in the trenches on the goal line. Kenny Clark got the penetration, but let's see what Jay Toa did. He fell. Your linebackers actually played real good right there. That's what it was. All right, now we got our pass right. Izaraku is in here. They rush and see that was just easy. Now this one I can't say that he looked to run on this one. This was just a good job by him. We didn't prepare for it. We had everybody covered. You had everybody covered. You had everybody covered. You had everybody covered. That was just a good play. Instead of pass rushing, you got to most likely squeeze them in. And that's what we were screaming at during the live session. I was just like, bro, we got to squeeze it in. CeeDee Lamb catches, bro, like a game of hot potato. Let's remember he did have 7 receptions for a buck. What was it? A $110? But there's no question. Those were brutal, ugly drops, man. Ugly drops. Ray Lewis ain't gonna save us, bro. Ray Lewis ain't gonna save us. And he don't want to. And he don't want to. All right. Back on offense. Here we go. Here we go. Trips formation. Bunch trips. Hand it off to Miles. Don't really get too much. Jake Ferguson out there getting into it with Adoree Jackson after the play. Look at that front. Let's see how the offensive line handled up. As y'all started noticing, they made Tyler Booker the guy, the solid count guy, to let it be known, okay, you can snap the ball. He the one basically giving the okay to go ahead and snap the ball to the center. Oh, that's a nice young combination. They got good tag team block right there. Good job by Dak right here, holding in the pocket. Great catch, CeeDee Lamb. You did so much shit great early, bro. It went for naught. But Dak Prescott, bro. Dak Prescott, look, a lot of people talk mess about him. Bro, let the tape flow, bro. Dak Prescott makes this play straight up. Straight up. And this is where I knew Dak was like on that type of time tonight. All right, Cooper Beebe got beat on that one. That was about the first one I seen him get beat. And then Tyler Guyton got beat. And he took a shot. But it's really Cooper Beebe. He got beat. And then afterwards, Tyler Guyton, he got somehow disengaged. And it all barreled down on Dak. But Dak at the same time looked downfield, was looking to throw, and still was able to get out that. Dak looked like he's coming to remove all disrespect. Now, you can say, actually, that was a dangerous pass. CD really bailed him out right there. And that's why it's even more frustrating that he had 4 drops. But like he say, I understand. CeeDee Lamb had the 4 drops. I get it. But this is a type of play where you're like, bro, Dak did all he could with staying in the pocket, but that was really a bad throw. It was a bad throw that he was bailed out by with CeeDee Lamb. But it was more of a good job that he was able to get up out of all that. That was a great catch by CeeDee Lamb. More than anything, that was just great play on both of their parts. But great job for Dak to get up out of there. But it was even more of a better catch. So before, I get it. He dropped the most crucial ones, but he made some plays too, bro. Javonte Williams can actually see the hole, unlike Myles Garrett. He sees the running lanes. Bring them in motion. Every time we got so we bringing somebody else in motion. Scoon. Show a reverse look. Mm-hmm. 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 What we got? Good job by the seal. BB couldn't get there in time, but it was still a good straight. Javonte Williams, okay. It doesn't wow me, but he showed okay, he can be in the backfield all day from Dak right there. And CD Lamb wide open. Great protection. Great protection right here. Dig underneath. You got the time. I mean, this offensive line held up, bro. And Dak was well enough confident. This offensive line really whooped ass, bro. I know it wasn't no Jalen Carter, whatever, but they really whooped ass. Really whooped ass. Great pocket. See Guyton out there fighting? Shoot. Great play by CD Lamb, but, some things you just can't be doing. He shined early, too. Just didn't when we needed him the most. But you see, I don't want to say he kind of bailed out Dak twice, but he bailed him out once on the second drive. Tyler Guyton, boy. Did they call a penalty on him? Watch Tyler Guyton put in the dirt. Boy, Tyler Guyton put him in the dirt. Hold up. Look at Tyler Guyton put him in the dirt. We still had a penalty, but look at Tyler Guyton put him in the dirt. He said, let's trade CD for Mark. Never. Put him in the dirt. You buried him. But we still had a penalty, though. Tyler Guyton was good with his hands right there, bro. He was able to. Sit down. Sit down. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, we gave up. Ooh. That was a busted play right there. That was a busted play. We got a little bit spooked right here. Somebody got a little bit spooked. Somebody mishapped. Somebody had mishap. Booker the one calling it. It was, come on, Steele. Come on, Terrence Steele. Come on, Steele. You got that whole play blew up. You got that whole play blew up, bro. Oh, George Pickens, you got to go with two hands. But it was pass interference, so that'll get excused. But Dak still threw it on the money. He didn't throw it good enough. Bro, dog. I don't see how good. I don't see what you can call to say he's throwing a bad ball. Like, bro, if it's hitting them in their hands, how's it bad? Bro, Jalen Brooks, you took forever to get across there. Now, this is the play I'm talking about. Because Dak went right up to Tobert and was like, he said something to him. I'm thinking he had to get across field more. I don't know what Dak could have told him. It's like he got to the middle of the field, bro. It's like he got to the middle of the field and he stopped running for a second. It's almost like he kind of hesitated, bro. I'm just saying, but it looked like he was supposed to get across there quicker than what he was supposed to. and he didn't. It's like he slowed up right there and then was like, or you can say Dak missed it. Either or. He said, or you can say that Dak missed it. But I just think he's telling him, hey, bro, you got your chance to actually, you know what I'm saying? They made this play for you. Man, this motherfucker glitchy than a bitch, ain't it? We might have too much going on. Let's give y'all some music up in it. While we watching the film session, try to stay awake. But it feel like my shit glitching like a mug, man. Hold on. You gonna have to hit the refresh button on the live stream. But Tober, you gotta get there. Him gotta get there, sir. But no worry, no worry. We gonna get it back. Running right up the middle. Good run by Javonte Williams right here. Good blocking and just great run right there. Like I said, Javonte Williams it's not like he shows me something where I'm like, man, that's yeah. You know, it's just like, bro, okay, I see why they're comfortable with you back there, and you might be the best option they got, and that's still something they gotta upgrade. That's still something they gotta upgrade for real. But he come in and he run hard, bro. Great job to follow behind Hunter Lupick right there. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to do. If Shotty is deep in his bag, bro, if Shotty is deep in his bag, I would have a game plan for Hunter Lupick and Kevontae Turpin week in, week out. Week in, week out is Javonte Williams. He gets his second touchdown up in here. Shit, Jacoby Lane for CD Lamb. I don't know. Bro, CD is going to be straight, bro. CD literally could have had like 15. Literally, he could have had 12 catches. That's facts. He could have had 12 catches. I wouldn't say a touchdown, but we don't know. But he damn sure would have had like 160 yards minimum. It was a night for him to eat. And just the defense, bro. Like you say, then we got into the situation where we just couldn't get him off the field. We gave him good field position because we kicked the ball in the end zone, number one. So now they on the 35. So that's one thing to keep in mind right there. That happened. They run right there. We don't keep the edge contained right there. And this was like about the second good play that you got out of the running game from the Philadelphia Eagles. Other than that, Cowboys defense really bottled in. Kenny Clark kind of got moved, but, you know, seemed like we tried to do something and it didn't work right there. Y'all heard that the Eagles signed Zendarius Smith. I don't know why we had a linebacker on Devontae Smith right there. It's been reported that Brian Schottenheimer said CeeDee Lamb was at the start of the day by himself outside catching passes on the jug machine. You be worried about celebrating too much. You be worried about celebrating too much there, bruh. He'll be all right. CD gonna be all right, y'all. CD is gonna be all right. Now it's up to the defense. Great job right there. Who was that? Osa? Osa blew that play all the way up. Great job, Osa. Give it to me. What? Tell him again, Osa. Now you get Osa to flash. And this is where I said Kenny Clark along with Osa. That's going to be a nice tandem. And then you got some great job to push that through. Great job. Only we're not playing the cutback. Fowler, you trying to do too much. Fowler, you trying to do too much. Check down, Charlie. He had 2 passes this game. It make it seem like, bro, he was so efficient, but yeah, 2 passes this game. He really ran. He really ran, and that's what happened on the first 2 drives. And them jug machines ain't gonna bring them 4 drops back to life. Ugh, boy. Malik Hooker tried to take somebody. He tried to take Dallas Goedert out for the season, bro. Damn, that's wild. Ugh. But you know what? That's the NFL's problem, bro, because that's the NFL's problem. Because if they hit them too high, it's a penalty and a fine. And if you get too many of those, you get an ejection. But, bro, I think Malik Hooker went out and tried to get the eye for Jalen Carter spitting on Dak Prescott. Because watch this. He tried to do something. And he let him know about it, too. Hold on. He let him know about it, too. And he let him know about it. So, defense, they tried. Got great pressure, for instance, on this one. Jay Toa in the game, Izaraku in the game, Solomon Thomas in the game, Nishan Marlin in the... Oh. All right. I see what's up. Solomon Thomas played very solid, though. He actually played pretty good. Great job to squeeze the pocket. That's a holding call on Lane Johnson right there. Oh, that wasn't Lane Johnson. Whoever 68 is, that was a clear hold right there, and they didn't even call it. Come on, bro. That was a clear hold. How do y'all not call that? Clear hold. They're going to act like they don't see it. This is a holding on Izaraku. Like, bro, come on now. Come on, bro. Come on now. Jalen Hurts didn't even take off running too hard because he thought it would be a flag. You see how he looking back already? He already looking back, knowing that should have been a flag. But that's basically what you got right there. Then Saquon Barkley gets a good run right here. But that's basically what happened. 3rd down, he didn't look to pass. He just ran. Jack Sanborn got clipped up right there, but, you know, for the most part, Saquon, with the amount of touches he had and only 60 yards, I'm cool with. I'm really cool with. What we got? Good job, Kenny Clark. It's just another way you see that Kenny Clark makes a difference on the squad, bro. Just another reason why you see he makes a difference. Just you can't move them. Linebackers should be ready for this type of thing, bro. This is where they should have freedom right here. Freedom. Look, he ain't even looking to throw it. Now, to his credit, mostly everybody was covered. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on him. He had the check down, but he had his one-on-one. He just don't want to throw it. Against Durham, this was against. Bro, he just didn't want to throw it. But here's another third down conversion that he converts with his legs. That's what really killed the defense. It's like, bro, we ran a stunt. We weren't disciplined. We couldn't get there. Sam Williams has his chance to make the sack. You're not getting there. You're not getting there. But I'm just kind of upset with Eberflus. Like, bro, you're not getting that he can run the football. You're not getting that he can run the football. Got to be better than that. Got to be way better than that. Ramon Clark getting pushed out the way. Then he gonna jump up in his face talking shit. Now here you go. I think this is a play where I'm like, for sure, he wasn't looking to throw. He just looked at his receivers. His receiver actually was open. He didn't want to pull the trigger, but he ran it in. He had him to the back of the end zone. He didn't even give his receiver a chance. No, I don't want to see no more of that shit. Is this the one where Turpin? Okay, nah. Oh, he had a gap. He had a gap. Got to about the 33-yard line. Here come the offense again. And this is, what'd he say? Offense is in rhythm right now, right? Offense is in rhythm. Look what happens. Offense is in rhythm. Just look at these next two offensive possessions. Let's take a good close look at them. Bring it over to motion, play action. Give it out to Jake Ferg real quick. Get a good couple of yards. Get a handful of yards. Let's go. How are we reacting off the play action? Like I said, you looking at Tyler Guyton, bro. Tyler Guyton was out there trying to hit folk for real. Like, for real. Shotgun, motion out. I like that look right there. Dak saw it. Boom, gave it right to Turpin. He was able to read it. See, it's plays like that, you know, that's what you like to see. Great pickup, but it's just subtle things like that. And that can help the run game as well. You know what I'm saying? Give you good things, but that's just it's something simple, but it's something that gets Turpin involved. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, that's what it's all about. Getting Turpin involved. How are you gonna move and get him his targets, make it look? That's how you do it. Move him in motion. Yeah. Just something simple. Yeah, move him out. Boom. Move him out, throw it quick. Say what y'all want. Dak was throwing darts, bro. Dak was really out here throwing darts. Really out here throwing darts. Turpin got up talking big shit. Big, going too tight end set. Now you get Miles Sanders. Want to run to the outside. He wanted to run to the outside. Hey, did we not have this problem in preseason? Did we not have this problem in preseason when we saw him play and we was like, bro, what the hell is wrong with his ball vision? Did he literally like go away from where the hole was? Look at it again. You got the hole, but oh, that's Dak next play. So you got the hole, but you don't want to do nothing with it, bro. And now we go play action. That was really pass interference in the secondary right there. That's why I kind of want to show this play before it was right there. Jake Ferguson gets tackled. He gets held right there, but, you know, they don't call it. But great job by Dak. Anyway, great job by Dak just to make something happen. Now, I'm kind of upset. His legs kind of burnt out on him right there, but tight end really got held up. But great job by Dak to shake up out of there. Great job from him to shake up out of there, bro. Who got clipped up? It was Cooper BB. He the one who basically gave up the pressure. Cowboys still did a great job of moving the pocket when they felt like it was necessary, too. Schottenheimer moving CD Lamb in motion now. Even gives it to Turpin out the backfield. That's a good another looking wrinkle right there. Just giving the Eagles something to account for and to look different for. That's all is what it's about. That we're asking our offensive coordinators to do with Dak in this offense. Just put them in, and you look at it, it was really a good hope right there. You know, we had a chance to get through there. We just kind of, you know, we got grabbed up. Defender made a good play to stop that from happening. Javonte Williams comes in there. We get good blocking forward. Tyler Smith moving forward. But to see Tyler Booker basically be the one out there giving silent count, they're like, we'll go when you're ready, big fella. We know you're the rookie. We're really good. We'll go when you go. And now he the one out there. Okay, Dak with the audible. What you see? This is what slowed down the momentum. I'm telling you right here. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. That was a third down, too. I believe that was a third down, bro. Yeah, that's a third down. You got to catch that, CD. Got to catch that. You've got to catch that, CD. And I mean, it was easy money. It really was. They gave y'all that. They literally gave y'all that, bro. They literally gave it to you. And for some reason, I don't know what happened, but you drop it, dog. It's not me trying to get on your case. I'm just saying, bro. You had it right there. Good job by Dak to read what's going on. Right there. And you drop it. You drop it. I don't know what to tell you about that one. And then we go back to you and it almost gets intercepted. And CD was right. Throw it down more to his outside hip. You threw it too much inside. That was a bad throw. That following pass was a bad throw that could have led to an interception. But after that drop pass, so that wasn't third down. That was just a drop pass that killed the momentum. And then we go to George Pickens. I really thought that was pass interference, but they don't call it. I don't see how that's not pass interference when a dude gets mugged like that. I really don't. For the most part, their momentum got stalled. They got stalled, and then they had to kick a field goal. And we already know Brandon Aubermatic what he does. But that sucked because so that wasn't a third down drop. That was just a play that would have got an automatic first down. They were playing so far off. And for some reason, we just could not grab the ball. You know what I'm saying? We just couldn't hold on to the pigskin. And that hurt. That drop hurt. It stalled out because then we tried to go back to CD to kind of shake it off. Great hit, Maurice Leafau. Oh, God, Lord. Boy, y'all see Maurice Leafau come down here on special teams? Bro, he came from the other side of the field. Look at him. Hopefully he'll get his chance to come here soon because I don't think Damone Clark is going to be – I don't think he's going to be holding down that position much more longer. As now we're going to true nickel look with the two linebackers, and it's just Jack Sanborn and Kenneth Murray just don't have that kind of chemistry back there playing with each other, you know, playing the position with each other like that. So Kenny Clark and Osa, they did what they were supposed to do. Sam Williams got drove back, but he still made the tackle. We got our four guys, and like I said, it's Osa and Kenny Clark out there. They run the tackle stunt, force him out the pocket. That actually forced the incompletion right there. It might just be the Eagles' offense. Ain't nobody open, bro. I was probably giving Jalen Hurts a little bit way too. I was probably like, you know, I was just like, bro, he ain't even looking to throw, but it might not be nobody open. For real. Eberflus playing basically to shut down their pass somehow. It worked. They really had folks there all day, and then we got hit with the one big pass right there. And to be honest with you, I want to apologize to Elam because I tweeted during the game that he got burnt. But it was really just a good throw. It was really just a good throw. It really was. What up, little CJ? What's good now? Just watching over the film, the all 22 going up in here. My man so hot at CD Lamb, man. He got all type of names for him, you know what I'm saying? He ready to get rid of him. But CD gonna be straight. We not gonna do that. Oh, and Saquon had the dropsies. It was just in the air. He had the dropsies. But I go back and look at that throw, bro. Elam didn't get burnt, bro. That was really a good throw by Jalen Hurts. Sometimes you got to give credit to where credit is due. That was a good throw. Good throw and good catch. Elam actually didn't play too bad on that. He actually recovered real good. Deron Bland couldn't take down Saquon in the open field. That's a tough task for any cornerback. Now they spread it out and go empty, and we kept saying, bro, look, he going to want to run it, not throw it. He threw it, and Saquon got that. Two-time heel tap on there. Two-time heel tap on there. Kenny Clark don't get moved, though. He don't. Everybody be hating on the Cowboys at all times, man. It is what it is. You know, I can understand, but they better not ever be around if these boys ever can pull it off. Good pressure only. We give up that side of the field. But that was still good defense right there. See, Damone Clark right there, he wouldn't have played for me no more. He might have pushed him while he was in bounds, but to me, it was still like, bro, that was stupid, though. Why would you do something like that? For why? But you had good coverage, though. Had some good coverage. Let's see. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage, as they say. Later on, I'm gonna look at the Pro Football Focus, grades, and we're gonna just dedicate the film to one. I'm just looking at the whole game over again. Jay Toa didn't do too bad right there. You know what I'm saying? Jay Toa holding up too and doing what he do, but I think Clark was the spot. But you see how late he is, and then you really almost made it worse by being that close to putting yourself in a position to giving up extra yards like that. Saquon Barkley runs right in there. And then we get into the skirmish, bro. Damone Clark became the easy target. He became the easy target. They just ran right at us, and we just didn't have no answer. Damone Clark, hot. We got drug. And right there, you're looking at it like, bro, this defense don't stand a chance. It don't stand a chance. I seen Skip and Gill said Dak never winning a Super Bowl. Because not as a Dallas Cowboy, it might not happen. But for anybody to say that this game was on Dak's shoulders, if it was his fault yesterday, come on now. That's just pure hate. Eagles get their touchdown and they make it happen. And this is another play, but Dak still did everything good enough, though you had bad field position right here. You had bad field position because you get a muff right here. I forgot about this one. Now, you still executed your 2-minute offense, but what would have been had, you're not taking over at the 13-yard line because we mishandled a snap. Everybody got the whoopsies out there. You know what I'm saying? Why everybody got the whoopsies? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why everybody got the whoopsies. But, like I said, credit Dak. They didn't mind it, but just think had we got our hands on this and at least got to the 25, you know what I'm saying? But you fumble it right there. Now you're at the 13. That hurt. That really hurt. That hurt us right there. Now we on this under a minute drive. Let's go. Now we're under a minute coming out to end the half. Now you get that 2-minute offense. Dak sat right back, threw it to CeeDee Lamb, but that was pass interference. CeeDee Lamb just seemed like he just lacked a little bit of fire, bro. Bring him in motion. Good job to bring him in motion. Dak sees the coverage. He sees the matchups. He knows what the matchups is. He could have went right to his check down, but he goes to his best receiver right there, and you get the pass interference. To me, Tober just out here taking up space, bro. No, I'm going to be honest with you. He out there taking up space. Great pocket. Look how Dak steps up in the pocket, and he gets rough in the passer right here. You know why you get rough in the passer right here? Because you're stepping up in the pocket. You're not just fading out doing some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to do all that other stuff. It's hard to win a Super Bowl. It's too many good teams. Yeah, you're a Chiefs fan, but so you know how I feel for sure. You know how it feels to win the Super Bowl, so you ain't tripping. You like, bro, it's hard to win there, but you've been winning them. And it feels good when you win them, ain't it? What up, Willem? What's good? He said everybody except Pat. Yeah. See what I'm saying? He ain't lying. But what was we looking at right here? Dak basically being in the pocket, and basically when he steps up him stepping up in the pocket is the reason why you got the roughing the passer call right here. But y'all know in the past, Dak don't do that. He don't do the intangibles like that. At least not consistently. That time you saw him be a quarterback that's what being a quarterback will do for you. Standing up in the pocket, you'll get some things to go for you. Especially when you know your offense, when you have trust in your offensive line, those 5 guys that's in front of you, you're going to have way more confidence in doing things like that. Good throw to Ferg right there. That throw was a little too high. But at the same time, we're in 2 minutes. All we need is a score right here. So, and what I've been saying before the season started, all we need to do is get across the 50. All right. Dak commanding the offense. Seeing it. He throw a better ball. Ferguson can really get out of bounds right there. We don't have to burn the timeout. Dak has some missed throws. Don't get me wrong. He had some missed throws. But I think he was by far the best Cowboy out there. Oh, we throw it to Tolbert. It's all about getting across the 50-yard line. That's all we needed right here. So we only needed about 15, 20 yards right here. Dak steps up in the pocket, throws it down to Tolbert, and Tolbert does what he's supposed to do. Runs it out right there. I think Brian Schottenheimer did a great job all the first half of just, having plays to make Dak come. See, Dak almost had another drop by not CD Lamb, by it's so much contagious because he dropped that many. But now George Pickens damn near want to drop the ball. Now, he had one excuse because it was a pass interference. But damn. Luckily, he caught this ball, but at the same time, bro, he damn near dropped it. He bumbled that boy. Dak was on the money all game just for everybody to not stay on par. It's like everybody couldn't play with the same focus throughout the whole game. And then you got CD Lamb. CD Lamb, okay. He makes up for it. But you see Dak in rhythm, filling it out, bro. This was a great drive. You're already across the 50. Any more yards will make better. Long as you throw it quick and get down quick, we good. And that's exactly what we do. We get it with CD. Boom. That's the extra about 10 yards right there. Go ahead and clock it. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready to kick the field goal. And when you got Brandon Aubrey-Matic right there, we already know what's the deal. We know what's the deal. So we get that field goal right there. You go down 1 point. Going into halftime, it's 20-10 right there. Still got room to change. They had their momentum kind of snap when they had to settle for a field goal where, like I said, we had that first drop by CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a third down drop, but we had that first drop by him, and that kind of set the whole offense back a little bit. That lost their momentum right there. Now we get into the second half where we get to the nitty. I don't even want to say it's nitty-gritty because you really had all your action. You really had all your fireworks basically in the first half. Second half, defenses made their adjustment, and basically it was nothing but 3 points the second half. And I kept hollering right here during the game, look, just keep him out the end zone. Good hit right there, Sanborn. Cowboys defense hit with a different intensity. Maurice Leofow out there actually running a 4-3. Been a while since I've seen a true 4-3 be ran. I think the Cowboys defense really did put an emphasis on stopping their receivers, and they actually had a great game plan because it's not like dudes were really open. They were really, great play right here. Great play right here, and this was by Maurice Leofow. He played his position and this is where we got to see a lot of Maurice Leofow right here. You know what I'm saying? We say, do you think Dak is a Hall of Famer? Not with 2 playoff victories. That's hard, bro. That's tough. That's tough. Because if he's in, you're saying like Phillip Rivers is in or all that type stuff. It's just, I don't know. But this is where you like to see the growth coming from Maurice Leofow. He sits right underneath the receiver, waiting, just daring Jalen Hurts to throw that, but he forces him into the check down, and then he makes the tackle. Great play right here by Maurice Leofow. This is basically coming out to the second half. You see Maurice Leofow right there? Okay. They're running the 4-3. They're going to read it. You got I think it's A.J. Brown that's sitting right up underneath him. He looks for it, and he basically checks it. As you see A.J. Brown popped out the screen. But he checks for it and makes Jalen Hurts basically pull the ball down and throw it to the check down. That's a great linebacker play right there by Maurice Leofow. Then you got Osa basically whooping ass up front. You got Osa up here whooping ass up front. Him and Solomon Thomas in the middle. Him and Kenny Clark been a good at it. Seemed like any defensive tackle that's worth his salt that get put next to Osa, he gonna do work. But having Mozzie Smith next to Osa does not work. It ain't doing work. It don't work. He said it don't work. I didn't hear Diggs get tested too much. Now, Diggs had a chance where he could have made a big tackle in the backfield. Only that didn't happen. Jay Toa in the game, along with James Houston. Kind of got moved right there. Come on, Nealon, you gotta make that tackle when you first get the chance. And right now we're getting gashed. Don't tell me it was Maurice Leofow. Well, nah, he squeezes it in. He's waiting for his other linebackers. His other linebackers are getting washed. Jack Sanborn, he gets hooked. And then he gets hooked, and then Kenneth Murray gets hooked. So Maurice Leofow, he forces this play back inside, but the help is not there because they get washed. So linebacker spot, you're desperately going to need. Both of them got hit right there. And Maurice Leofow still came in and make the play. Maurice Leofow, hey, he flashing out. Maurice Leofow flashing out. Jack Sanborn gets a big play more because of Solomon Thomas right here. You got Solomon Thomas in there with Kenny Clark and James Houston. This is where we gonna rave about Kenny Clark right here. His ability to do exactly this. And it let a dude like Solomon Thomas run free and just eat. Like defensive linemen can eat around Kenny Clark. Y'all just got to come with it. Y'all really just going to have to come with it. But basically, Kenny Clark cogs up the middle right there. Boom. Solomon Thomas gets to the outside, makes the play right there. This is some of This is just some of the things you starting to see the defense starting to get better with in the second half. Now they're filling in their run fits. I see we're bringing Donovan Wilson more in the box now. Bringing Donovan Wilson more in the box. Which that should give you the opportunity to be a spy if you need a spy. If it's not him or somebody else, you know what I'm saying? They stack the formation and shotgun set. Squeeze the pocket. You finally get a sack. This is where the defense started turning it up. This is where the defense started turning it up. Great play in the interior. This is the interior of, you got Kenny Clark, Solomon Thomas, Donovan Ezeraku, along with Marshawn Nealon out here rushing, and they get their only sack of the game. Run it. Great job by Marshawn Nealon right there. Pushing through. Great job. Hey, Marshawn Nealon, man. He can continue to grow and, he continue to keep his head on right and stay focused. Ooh, and then Dante Fowler came in and finally got some pressure. Seems like he started figuring out old boy number 68. He started figuring him out. Him started to figure him out. Dante Fowler, he got around that corner and he affected that pass. Ugh. I mean, he still checked down. Charlie did. So it didn't even matter. But they settled for 3. And that's what you needed from the defense coming out in that second half. You're like, bro, y'all just got to keep them out the end zone and we got a shot. Now, this drive is going to be all tell. Oh, Tober just was slow. That was a good return by him, though. That was still a good return. All right, come on. This drive right here is just where we're going to want to have it all back. Great run right there by Javonte Wooden. Boy, Tober got put on his back. Oh, no, he got rolled up on. That was a good run right there by Javonte. Miles Sanders runs in there. We don't get too much. Come on now. Now you got Hunter Lupick in the backfield, like I said. Great job to catch the fullback right there. It just didn't work for us on that play. Tyler Smith got put on the ground. Still going big personnel. You got 2 tight ends in there, along with Hunter Lupick. Pitcher quick to the outside. Job to run hard right there, Javonte. You don't need too many yards. You just need enough to get the first down. Some of these plays is old school football with Hunter Lupick back there in the backfield hiding like that. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily gave the football to him. But long as you're including him and Turpin in the game, bro, in your game plans, I just think you give the defense a lot to focus on. This was a bad decision by Dak. That was a bad decision by Dak. That was a terrible decision by Dak. Not gonna lie. Now, they talk about hospital balls. This shouldn't even been a hospital ball. This should have been an interception ball. Let's just be real. This should have been an interception. This was a bad decision. Probably the first bad decision I saw him do of the night so far. That was a bad decision. Because the linebacker wasn't looking. He wasn't looking, but he recovered. And I think that's a defensive back and not a linebacker. That's why he recovered so fast. But that was a bad decision by Dak. Turpin in motion. Here goes Miles Sanders with his biggest play of the whole game. Boy, he's slow. Biggest play of the whole game. Here comes Miles Sanders. Here comes Miles Sanders. Biggest play of the whole game. This drive was basically everything because a lot happened on this one drive. Great job. Who is that? Ferguson. Ferguson. Look at Tyler Booker running downfield with him. Tyler Booker running downfield with him. Now we get to what I'm saying. We missed our opportunities. We get lucky right there. Oh, I don't think we got lucky. We got unfortunate. I think this was penalty on George Pickens right here. Grabbing him by his helmet. So that sets us way back to basically goal situation. We go empty. This is right here. Let me see if it is this play. I believe it is this play. Great double move. Dak this is where I blame Dak right here. If you want to blame him, this is where he's going to blame himself. This is where Dak is going to blame himself. This is the throw that I know he couldn't sleep over. Great move by Jake Ferguson right here, too. Give him a double hezzy move. Get into the end zone. Had you threw it to the end zone, it would have been good, but you left way too much air on it, bro. Great play call, by the way. Great execution. You throw that. Oh, my gosh, bro. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. What? Come on, y'all. It was right there on the money, bro. That play call was a perfect play call, perfect execution. This is where I'm saying where my Queen Bee is talking about you can't just always get on CD. I understand. Had we just thrown a better ball right there, maybe that's touchdown. You ain't got to worry about it. But then again, let the tape unfold because it's like, who's to say if that was the case? But nah. Dak, that is the one throw I know for sure. He had a bad decision early, trying to throw the deuce span forward like that in the double coverage. He didn't really read it properly. I guess he was too locked in. But then again, you had this opportunity, bro. It don't get no better. And the coverage was there. Schottenheimer saw it there for you. Ferguson made the great athletic play. You short-armed it. You had exactly what you wanted. Good move. You throw that to the letters of the end zone, bro. That's a touchdown. You throw that to the letters of the end zone, that's a touchdown. Then we get a tip pass. And then we give it another shot. We basically went back at the same thing, just in a different formation. With the running back in the set right there. Now, you have your opportunity. You gotta catch that, Ferg. Now, a lot of people gonna say that's a hospital ball. Nah, bro, you gotta catch that, Ferg. You gotta catch that, my guy. Nah, you gotta catch that, bro. You gotta catch that. You gotta catch that. You have got to catch that, bro. That hurt. And like I said, you was going to get hit anyway. You might as well catch the ball. And another thing is, If you was gonna be hurt, stay on the ground. Because had you stayed on the ground and took an injury timeout, the weather delay would have happened, and then we would have never gave the ball to Miles Sanders, and he would have never fumbled that boy, and we would have never squandered away the opportunity. Yeah. We wish. We wish. But damn, Ferg, you gotta catch that. That is actually, that's a dart throw. You had enough time to hold yourself. Bro, you should have just took the injury time out right there. Instead, you get up. And then we all know what happens next. Miles Sanders fumbles the damn ball. Thank you, Dak, for being right there to save defensive touchdown from happening. But Jake Ferguson, you lay in the end zone a little bit longer and take the injury time out, that play never happens. Or Dak, you throw a better football, we score. You know what I'm saying? You throw a better football, we score. Jake, you catch the ball, we score. Ferg, you stay down if you're hurt. We still had the ball. We don't even fumble. Now, basically, after that moment, that basically kind of killed everything right there. Like that drive really, more than CeeDee Lamb drops, that sequence right there, And I kept talking about it yesterday. Oh, come on, Diggs, you got to make that play. Bro, y'all had a chance to really make y'all play and y'all couldn't come up with it, bro. Like, come on now. But I said yesterday, that sequence, that drive, I bet they're going to look back and kick themselves in the ass on. Because Dak had the second throw to Ferg, I can get where people are saying, look, it was a hospital ball. It wasn't. Ferg might have dropped it, but he was open on the first time Dak tried to throw it to him. He was open the first time. You couldn't get it there. You short-armed it. But then that one, bro, they had their opportunities. You shortened the throw. You dropped the pass. That's just really what happened. That drive got away from them because they got no points. They could have got points, and it would have still been a different game. Touchdown or field goal. Still could have been a different game. But right here, Diggs, you got to get the tackle, bro. You got to get the tackle, man. Got to get the tackle. Come on now. Ooh, lucky we didn't get roughing the passer on no Digazua right there. To be real with you. Luckily, we didn't get that. Bland, you got to get that. Come on. You there to make the play. You there to make the play, Bland. Come on now. Got to make that play. Coming on the outside, got to make this play. So Diggs and Bland had their chance to make tackles, and we just missed it. We just missed it. But we do force them to punt. We do force that. Like I said, both defenses really came with a stop, but that last sequence of that drive really took a lot of more. We stalled after that. Offensively, we stalled. Motion. Now you're bringing nothing but, Javonte Williams in there. Good job to push forward. Oh, man. Good job to bring the motion right there. And it's just giving the defense. And I'm telling you, I think Schottenheimer, out of a lot of people, I think he fucks with that man, Sean McVay, to the tough way. I saw a lot of things that Sean McVay does in this offense in his offense that we got. Great job by Dak right there to get rid of that, bro. That was a great job by Dak to get rid of that. Because he could have easily, that could have easily been, you know what I'm saying, a dangerous situation. Because we got beat right there coming on the pool, but shoot. Just the formation look, bro. The formation look, just how you bring him in motion. I just think he's kind of added that kind of treat to it. It's the Sean McVay look, you know. Able to get, you bring him in motion like that, but great job by Dak to step up in the pocket right there. That was a great job by him to do that. You know, you needed that. Like you say, the pull come around a little bit too late. We get beat on it, but Dak stands up in the pocket, still throws tall, and still throws a dart right there. Still throws a dart. Now we go empty. It's where we just really kind of stall. Tyler Guyton really got beat right there, but great job by CeeDee Lamb right here. They knew what they wanted all day. Schottenheimer came in here with a game plan that he knew what he wanted to do, and they got what they wanted really all day. Real talk. Dak sees it coming, gets rid of it, boom, it's right there. Easy money. Easy money. Guyton did get beat way too easily on that. But now we're short running back depth right now. Did Terrence Steele just throw somebody out the club? All right. They're trying to figure it out. Bring CeeDee Lamb in motion. Then you throw the little good job. That was just a good job by the Philly defense right there. I don't think that was a bad play call. I just think that was a better job by the defense. Defense kind of stayed at home. And I think they stayed at home because they didn't really know what was going on. I don't want to say that they were ready for the play. They just stayed at home because they were a little bit tired. All right, Turpin in motion. You see a lot of motion, bro. Great pocket. Great pocket. CD, you got to catch the damn football, bro. Catch the damn football. This started your trend right here. This started your trend. Great pocket. Great pocket by Guyton. Great pocket by Steele. That was damn near an interception because you drop it. Off the worst spot that it could hit you in was your hands. Now we have to punt. That was the start of everything going wrong because that killed the drive. That was a first down right there. Bro, that was a first down. Bro, CeeDee Lamb was getting whatever he wanted, bro. And he burped that boy away a couple of times, man. That's the worst part about all this. He burped that boy away. Now you asking the defense, can you get another stop? Can you get another stop? James Smith back there, James Houston back there, scratching and clawing, trying to get back there. Toa got stood up, but he ain't get whooped. Bro, Mozzie gone. Mozzie is gone. Him gone. Good run stop right there. Marshawn Nealon. Is that Marshawn Nealon? Great job by Kenneth Murray playing his gap sound responsibly, forcing it back inside. Then here comes, you already know. We already know what's about to happen. Something that don't nobody want to see. But I will say the Cowboys played it pretty decently, though. Having Kenny Clark up in there, you know, you're just not going to push us through there. I can't wait to see their ass down here Thanksgiving week. I can't wait. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. What's up? How was school today? Huh? Good? Good? She come up in here. It's Friday. We watching film, eh? How was school? Your necklace? You see my necklace? This is your necklace. Go ahead then. Go ahead then. Side. We about to probably go get something to eat, chill, something. Probably figure out what we about to do. It is birthday weekend, but we had to get some film up in here. Oh. Finally, Damone Clark got into the play. Finally. She like, damn, you going live? Good job to stop right here. Good job by the defense to stop right here. Good job. Defensive line, bro. Kenny Clark is making a world of difference for this squad, bro. World of difference. And Solomon Thomas. Both of them playing in there together, bro. And then here comes another, push. We still played it good, though. You still played that part good because you got Kenny Clark in there and you got Jay Toa in there. Big physical bodies. That was a great play call. That's the only way you're going to be really throwing consistently with Jalen Hurts is them receiver screens and stuff like that. He ain't going to want to trust it downfield, yo. He ain't going to want to trust it downfield. All right. As the game is basically ticking down, you're asking for your defense to get another stop. Saquon Barkley. Ooh, great. Monster stiff arm. Come on, Kenneth Murray. You can't let him stiff arm you like that, bro. You can't let him stiff arm you like that, my boy. That was a mean stiff arm he took. Mean stiff arm. Good Lord, that was a mean stiff arm. You know what I'm saying? All right, James Houston, can you get back there? Yeah, you do. Can you get back there, James Houston? Yeah, you do. Can you get back there? Yeah. Good job to split the double team and make the play. Come your way, split, get skinny, get upfield. There you go. We said James Houston, he needed to be on this squad and he making plays that type of reason. For real. Kenny Clark back in with Osa in there, Sam Williams, and then James Houston. That's how we going to rush the passer. Squeeze the pocket. Sam Williams gets up out of there. Good job to loop. Great job, defense. You finally kind of figuring it out. You finally figuring it out, huh? You that one that's finally figuring it out, huh? Good read, good play. See it coming. You knew not to be inside and you got outside quick. Because Sam Williams, I'm telling you, bro, we would have been pissed had he ran forward and got yardage all because you collapsed down inside. Something clicked in your head to say get back to the outside, so you spun to the outside and that happened. 3rd and 4. Keep it all in front of you. Keep them out of 4th and 2 and all that. We good. Defense in the second half played. This is where I'm saying the team in all, bro, gave me a reason to look at it and say, you know what? If they can stay healthy and actually, believe in what Schottenheimer's doing, and Schottenheimer really has a good feel of how to be an NFL head coach, they might just be all right, bro. This is a young football team now, all of a sudden. Yeah, hold on, man. My expectation of them wasn't that high, so that's one reason you could probably say I'm looking at it a little bit different. I came out of this game basically like, bro, this team will be a fun team to look at for the simple standpoint they are going to be young. They are somewhat, I don't want to say going in transition because you still got a lot of players that got signed extensions, but it's the right type of extensions. Like I said, man, we're going to do film breakdown all year. I plan to do me a couple of videos right here and drop them as shorts where we're going to look at the Pro Football Focus numbers, and then we'll go back. I'm going to write down some of these names and go back and look at their film and, drop some shorts on some breakdowns right there. Basically watching their films and stuff like that. All right. So the defense gets a stop. We're about under, about 7 minutes. We're about under 7 minutes right here. Defense gets you a stop. Now you get that punt, but that punt puts you on the 11-yard line. Dak go to work. Good throw to CeeDee Lamb right there. See, CeeDee Lamb, you started good. You started good. You know what I mean? You started good. You came out there and it happened. Came out there and it happened. All right, so let's draw up and do it again. Dak, when it was time for Dak to be on the money, he was, bro. We hand it off and we don't get nowhere. That was a give-up play. That was a give-up play right there. All right. We go empty. Give it to Turpin. Oh, good job to try to make a man miss right there. Now, we in danger zone. We in danger zone now. Like I said, Tyler Booker really did real great, bro. It's just once they started hitting him with the stunts, that's kind of what kind of made a little bit of difference where he struggled at. But head up, that boy, he was on point. All right. See what happens. Nowhere. Really ain't got nowhere. Really ain't got nowhere to go. And this is where we all sitting here like, come on, man. Dak, we believe we you can get something. Maybe the play design wasn't there. The defense just had to play dead to rights. And then Tyler Booker, this is where I'm saying the stunts hurt. The stunts hurt him. Ooh, I went back way too far. All right. All right. The stunt hurt that man. And then on top of that, you had a play where Dak had a miss. It was like a miss snap. Okay. I fucked around and clicked a little bit too much and it kind of went too far on me. So I'm like, I'm trying to get it to where it's at. Now we're on the comeback. We throw it to Ferguson right there. We still get our chance, and we still get a stop. We still get our chance. Now it's up to us to go down. And look, that was a bad snap. Dak had to catch it off the bounce, and he damn near threw a pick. So you could literally say the game was damn near over right there. Because, look, bad snap, but luckily we catch it. Pocket collapse, and then I don't know what happens with CD right there, but either he fell or whatever, but for whatever reason, that should have been a pick. So now we go to George Pickens on the 4th down. Now we cooking. When Dak and George Pickens made this throwing connection, I was like, oh, we about to win. They made that connection. I was like, Cowboys about to win. They about to win. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just check out this sequence right here. You go from that play, from George Pickens making that play, and then the very next play, bro. Oh my gosh. Bro, Dak was on the fucking money. Standing tall in the pocket. Oh my gosh, you got to hold on to that, CD. You got to hold on to that, CD. It hurts even looking back at it because you know the outcome that's about to happen, but that hurts, CD. You got to hold on to that catch, man. You really do. But we see what happened. We see he wasn't able to hold on to it, and the results are the results. Great job by Dak standing tall in the pocket. Great pocket by the offensive line under duress, and he really drops it in there, bro. Really dropped it in there. Ooh, that was a bad decision by Dak right there. That was a tough decision by Dak right there. That could have easily been picked as well. That could have been picked as well. All right, here we go. Still got your opportunity. Still got your opportunity. You're still moving the football, too. You're still moving the football right now. You're still moving the football, and just for some reason, bro, we just couldn't focus, bro. Great job by the offensive line. Great job by the offensive line right there, just all the way down the stretch, bro. And great job by Dak Prescott to know what his offense is doing. Is this it? Is this what we're looking at right here? Y'all see it. Now, a lot of people saying, bro, you got to throw a better football. Agreed. But he threw it to a spot where it was no harm, no foul. Your receiver has to come up with that catch. Your receiver has got to make that catch. In a play that we seen that he would make 1,000 times, your receiver just got to make that catch, bro. He really just got to make that catch. That was a good throw by Dak, too. Money on the line. The money's on the line. The money's on the line. And he went to CD, and the rest, you see what happened. And that's basically game right there. Or do y'all want to look at where they basically, Jalen Hurts got the last conversion, I guess? Okay, we got a little bit. Okay. To look at the Pro Football Focus numbers. And then we can try to go figure out what videos we're going to break down for the see how we're going to do this. This game was hard to stomach, bro. Like I said, that drive right before the storm, bro, the weather delay kicked in. That hurt. Short arm throwed it, dropped it in the end zone. Then you fumbled the football, and then you just had drops. There's no getting away from it. CeeDee Lamb had the drops, bro. There's no getting away from it. And then there's the game right there. I mean, Kenny Clark got upfield. He got upfield and did his thing, but you know, we just couldn't contain the edge. Actually, it was Osa who got upfield. Osa and Kenny Clark. That's a nasty combination right there. Real talk. Ooh, good move right there, Osa. But see, both of y'all collapse in, and we're just not ready for it. And that's the ball game, fellas. That's the ball game, fellas. They basically take a knee on it. That's everything is everything right there. And like I said, we're going to look at the Pro Football Focus grades. Removing this, I will say I liked what the Cowboys actually did, bro. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I think they played a great game. I think it was a game that they could have easily won and should have won. Now, it's woulda, shoulda, coulda. We get it, but at the same time, I think this squad did enough to, you know, show something. Pro Football Focus numbers out. You know what I'm saying? How y'all want to do it? Y'all want a little more like that? Nah, we'll leave it like this. We'll leave it like this. But looking at the Pro Football Focus numbers. I'm on the wrong tab. Looking at that on my side, Dak Prescott graded out as a 90 overall. Like I said, bro, Dak Prescott was on the money. He was on the money. He really did. He came ready to play. Now, he did have some questionable decisions, but, you know, out of his total snaps. You what? I don't know. I'll find out in a second. Spanford, you see Spanford graded out good. He only had, how many snaps did he have? Only 10? He had 10 snaps. Dak Prescott out of 61 snaps got a 90 overall. And like he said, you're going to see Jalen Hurts. His numbers might look a little bit more efficient, but Dak was robbed because he had about 5 drops. Straight up. Cooper Beebe out of his 61 snaps, he graded out as a 70. 66.3 in pass blocking, run blocking 71.1. Spanford, he came and had a hellacious cleanup block. He graded out the highest as the run blocking as 89.8, but he had a great crack block up in there. CeeDee Lamb out of all 56 total plays, he graded out as a 68, and I believe them 4 drops is what killed him. Javonte Williams graded out as a 66.8. Overall, what we got? Terrence Steele, he graded out overall as a 64.5, but his run blocking graded out as a 78.9. Okay. That's pretty solid right there. I see my big bro calling me. Let me I'm about to get off the live and chat it up with him real quick. But looking down the numbers, I mean, they're trying to grade out that we didn't really do too good. Tyler Booker, basically, they gave him a 55.7, 63.8 run blocking, 50.9 pass blocking. Tyler Smith graded out as a 62.4. 63.5 was his run block average right there. Schoonmaker, he graded out as a 63.6, but as a 74.8 run blocker. Hunter Lupick was good in pass protection as a 68.8, graded out. Tyler Guyton, he had 61 snaps, but they graded him as a 42.2. How? They said he was 26.1 on pass block. We'll probably have to look at this film a little bit more closer. He did get beat on a couple times. Dak kind of bailed him out a few times. But it's like, I don't know about that. Okay, let's look at the defense as we get ready to go ahead and, so we'll go back and look deeper into the numbers here and down the week. Like I said, I'm going to just be dropping a lot of videos here. Like I said, they won't be videos because my videos are going to consist of me going to the games, my sporting experience. But it'll be a lot of shorts. If I ain't doing a live all the time, just check me out dropping a lot of shorts on y'all, man. That's basically how we're going to go, and we're going to be spreading information about Dallas sports content. Damn sure these Dallas Cowboys. Defensive-wise, who graded out as the highest? Basically, Malik Hooker graded out as the highest at a 76.3. He was 77.8 in run defense with an 87.7% tackle grade. Donovan Wilson. So both of your safeties at the top of the heap. Donovan Wilson was at 74.4. His tackling graded out as a 78.5. So it seems like they can tackle. That's pretty good. Marshawn Nealon, the top defensive lineman that's graded out by Pro Football Focus, graded out as a 73. They graded him out as a 73.1 in the run blocking. Pass rush, they graded him out as a 59.6. He did have one total pressure, and he was the only one that got the sack. So that's pretty good right there. Trayvon Diggs was out there on the field for 26 snaps. He graded out as a 70.2. Run defense, he was 60.8. That could have been higher had he got the tackle for loss in the backfield. His coverage, he graded out as a 76.1, which graded out as the top DB in coverage. Maurice Leofau, he was out there only for 6 plays. We got to do more than that. Donovan Ezeraku got 22 snaps. He graded out as a 67.5. Run defense, he was 72.2. Tackling, 73.6. So actually, what we thought he was weak at, they graded him good at in week 1. Hey. Kerry Elam, he graded out as a 65. Tackling, he graded out as a 78.9. His coverage graded out as a 63.6. So, okay. Damone Clark was out there for 41 snaps. He graded out as a 61 overall, 65.8 grade for run defense. I don't even think it was that good. He graded out as a 59.7 as tackling. Kenny Clark, your mainstay that was in here, he got 40 snaps, graded out as a 60.7. They didn't say anything about his tackling, but his run defense was a 60.3, and his pressure rate was a 65.9, as he had one total pressure, which was a hurry. And had 3 tackles. James Houston came in for what he did for only 9 snaps, but it was what it was. Dante Fowler, 27 snaps, 55.8 grade overall. Run defense was not good at 40, graded out at 44.6. Pressure, he graded out as a 64.9. He had 3 total pressures, though. I'm surprised. He had 3 total pressures, and he had 1 hit and 2 hurries. Deron Bland, he graded out as a 50. He had 62 snaps, graded out as a 52.9. Wow. But his cover, though, he graded out in coverage as 70.4, which is not bad. Sam Williams, if I were to tell you that we did not generate pressure, I can see why Sam Williams was the first guy to say, man, he's tired of talking about Michael Parsons. He had 39 snaps, graded out as a 52 overall. Run defense was 56.7, but they graded him out as pressure-wise 52.9. But looking at the total pressure category, Sam Williams, they graded him out at, he had 5 pressures. 4 hurries. So he's getting back there. They just weren't sealing the deal against a mobile quarterback in Jalen Hurts like that. I think they let a lot of opportunities get away from them. In this game total, the Cowboys really had 20 total pressures. So this idea that, look, we're not generating no pass rush. I don't know how Pro Football Focus is kind of grading it, but bro, Sam Williams he's causing havoc. Dante Fowler, they're causing havoc. They're just not finishing the plays right now. That's all that is. Kenneth Murray had 62 plays. He was out there for 62 plays, and he graded out as a 30. Pressure, 56.3. Pressure, he got one pressure on top of that. Jay Toa, he had 20 snaps. They graded him out as 20, but as tackling, it was 66.8. Pressure-wise, he wasn't getting too much pressure. Plus, they got run defense categories and everything like that. I mean, we got coverages and stuff like that. You know, you see more things in the metrics in there like that. But I'm like, bro, in this game, the Cowboys had a total of 20 pressures that they counted. They just only came away with one sack. 20 pressures, though. They're able to get back there. They are able to get back there. And we looked at the film, bro. They were able to do some things against Jalen Hurts. They just didn't finish the deal. It seemed like they prepared like they forgot that he could run the football like that. That's what it seemed like. That's really what it seems like. But we done had a whole film session. I'm going to look over this all over again, dig deeper into the Cowboys as well. I just looked at the Pro Football Focus numbers. I'm going to drop me some videos, and we're basically going to focus on certain players and just look through their whole all 22 and just break down some good points about that. So be on the lookout for that, man. Appreciate everybody who joined the chat, man. If you catch this on the playback, man, hit that like button. Go ahead and drop a comment. Man, we're almost to 3,000 subscribers, man. So if you can, share this anywhere you can. And let's try to get this platform going in the next way. Even though the Cowboys lost, I'm still more encouraged than discouraged right now. I think Brian Schottenheimer he's able to have the pulse of this team. And I think this team can – it will still be a lot for them to get to the postseason just because that back end of the schedule is very tough. And I think this is more of a reason why we felt that the Cowboys would be a 7-8 win team. It's not to say that they're that bad. We're just saying their schedule is going to be that good. But if Schottenheimer and Dak is going to be on the same page like this and they always come out ready to play, then we good. We good. So I will catch y'all on the next playback. I don't know when we'll drop our next live. It might be Monday or something like that because we are going to the Rangers game. But until then, y'all know what to do. Man, do everything with love because love always wins.
Self-made independent, ho, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and on that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a rap laxative, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made, not a title, cause it's